What's in the box?
Welcome to Dinner and a Movie. My name's Judson. I'm going to be taking us on our latest culinary adventure, which is going to lead us through this weekend's release of The Hunger Games: Mockingjay, Part 1. Today we're making lamb stew, which throughout the Hunger Games book series repeats as one of Katniss's favorite comfort food dishes. And since it's this time of the year, outside weather makes it stew season. Here's what you need. When you're making any kind of soup or stew, your prep is very important. You want to get this done first and get it done right away. First off, we're going to work with our potatoes. First we want to peel them and then cut them into chunks. And we're going to get these right into some boiling water so they can start cooking while we do the rest of the prep. With all of your other veggies, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to peel them and then we're going to cut them into pieces. If where you shop at is anything like where I shop at, you're going to be able to find lamb in the novelty meats section, but since lamb is a higher end piece of meat, you're probably not going to find stew meat. So what we did is we had to buy some chops, and then we had to cut those chops up. And since I'm not a butcher, this took me a long time and I was very ungraceful, but it got done. By the time that's done, your potatoes should be parboiled. Take those off the heat, strain them, and leave them to the side. We'll use them later. So now we're going to coat our lamb. Take the lamb, put it in a large mixing bowl, and right on top put a 1/3 cup of flour. Top that off with black pepper and salt to taste, and then just get down in there with your hands, mix it up, and make sure that's all over all the pieces of lamb. Now that we have all the prep done, we can actually make the stew. Get yourself a large pot, put it on your stove over high heat, add into it enough olive oil to cover the bottom. Once the olive oil is hot, take the lamb out of the flour and put it right in the pan. Keep stirring it around until all of the pieces are brown on the outside. Then add to the pan your onion and the equivalent of about 4 cloves of diced garlic. Keep stirring this around until the onions start to turn clear. You'll notice that a lot of the flour from the lamb is going to start burning onto the bottom of the pan. That's okay, because we're going to deglaze with a little bit of our chicken stock. When we add our chicken stock, make sure you keep scraping the bottom of the pan. All that stuff that was stuck on the bottom, that's your flavor. You want that. So keep scraping it up into the broth. Then we add in about 3 ounces of tomato paste and stir that around. Now we add in our potatoes, carrots, parsnips. And once that's incorporated, just add in all the rest of the chicken stock. Top that off with a light sprinkling of each parsley, basil, thyme, and bay leaves. If you have whole bay leaves, just use 1. Then finish it off with a whole sprig of fresh rosemary. Just set it right on top. Make sure to taste it to see if it needs any salt, Most times it won't because the chicken stock has a lot of salt in it, but it's best to just be sure. Leave it on high, cover it up, and forget about it for a half hour. Time's up, turn off the heat, and the stew is ready to go. Plating's pretty simple, just put it in a bowl. We served ours with bread because, well, just because we wanted to. Now dig into your very own victory feast.